Thank you to the members of the board for having me tonight. Over the past week, I have experienced every possible emotion there is over the events of nearly 2 weeks ago. Some days I feel anger about what has happened. Some days I feel sadness trying to grasp why are we still having these issues in 2022. And honestly, some days I felt guilty and questioned if I'm doing a good job raising my son. I never thought in a million years I would be standing here talking about my son experiencing racism in middle school. We are a blended family. My mother is white, my father is black, and my son's father is from Gambia in West Africa. We have taught our son to love and respect everyone regardless of race, color, sex, or anything else because that's what we were taught growing up. Sadly, these values are not taught in every household. The reality is these acts of racism are not only happening here in Chatham County, but across North Carolina and across the country. More should be done around addressing racism in schools because no parent should have to stand here after hearing their son was sold in a slave trade at school. When I heard what happened at school from another parent, I asked my son, why didn't he tell me? He responded with, "Mom, it wasn't a big deal." At the moment, I felt angry and had to gather myself. We sat down and had a discussion on why this is not acceptable in the history of hate and racism in this country. Majority of my son's friends are white, and until this point, we have never had an issue. To the parents of my son's friends, we will get through this, and our relationship and our kids' relationships will be stronger than ever. To the community of Goldston, this moment will not represent who we are. I am asking everyone to learn from this experience and do more starting today to ensure a better tomorrow for all people from all backgrounds. This starts with having tough conversations at home about race and racism. To the decision makers on education, I encourage you to support the teaching of our history even more today than ever. This includes telling the good, the bad, and the ugly of how this country has progressed into what it is today. We have made strides but still have a long way to go. I want our children to understand the seriousness of these moments and the impact it has on everyone. This includes making fun on social media or just joking around. Children should be taught this throughout the educational process because that's the only way we can make real change. I know many of you in this room have already brushed me off because of the political climate around education. Remember, I am a mother who just had to explain to my son why being auctioned as a slave is unacceptable. This moment in my son's early life has already made him question playing the sport he loves with his friends, and I pray this does not impact him mentally and socially going forward. Thank you.